Hi, Karry. It's Zach Custer here, and I wanted to search out your post and reply to you. And I know this is coming to you a little bit late here, but I wanted to mention just a few things based off of your post and then even what you replied to me with. Primarily, your post first and foremost is probably more along the lines of what Dr. Van Cannon, I guess the angle in which we were probably more or less meant to look at this as. I tend to look at things, at a very unique angle. But yes, I've had multiple classes at Regent. I did go through a 72-hour master's program there, and so all of these classes that I've gone through, they're beautifully tangentially connected. And this cultural diversity thing is a big deal when it comes to pastoral counseling, as well as almost any type of theological or psychological discipline that we study, more or less because it is unique to the American culture. It is our culture. Cultural diversity is our culture. Now, as far as what we were, the discussion board that we were talking about, the Patterson and what he was discussing about this method of approach and globalization and all of these things, this whole one world culture I brought up. I know that sounds maybe a little bit dark, maybe a little bit over the top, but more or less what I was attempting to divulge here was that when we become, as Americans, we become too comfortable, I think, with cultural diversity, that it desensitizes us to its importance. And so as counselors, we need to remember that the people sitting in front of us aren't counselors. The people sitting in front of us are not uh, more than likely they're not educated in the cultural diversity aspect in the same ways that we are. So we got to be very cautious with our approach to cultural diversity, because we cannot expect or assume that they're going to be as comfortable with it as we are. And so when we approach things to that they're going through, when we talk about their issues, when we discuss the matters at hand, we cannot do so in a way that could possibly offend them or could possibly draw them away from us, simply because we're comfortable talking about it in a cultural context when they may not be. That's why it's still very important that we approach everybody in a very different way, and a very different a different angle, and we kind of need to approach it. We need to feel that out at every session. So I don't agree with the whole global cultural approach. I don't think that makes a lot of sense to me, because if we do that, then we take away the individual. We take away the individuality exists within culture too. So I mean, if you treat even the individual within the same culture the same, you're going to run into issues there. So I think that individuality trumps culture any day. And I think that Patterson's method it kind of takes that aspect completely out of it. So thank you for your time, and thank you for the reply to me as well. And I hope that what I said makes a little bit of sense. And yeah, I look forward to continuing to study with you and getting to hopefully hear some more of your posts. God bless.